Peace, peace. Welcome back to the space beyond infinity where there are no limitations. I am the where there are only healthy limitations. I am the spirit guide of this real mystic, and I'm back with another Monday Moon Day energy and card pull reading. You guys, how are y'all doing? I hope y'all are doing great. We're just gonna hop right on into it with the intuitive messages that I have already been picking up on this lovely day. We are starting off this week with a moon in Scorpio. If you know me and you know my channel, Scorpio energy. First of all, Scorpio energy for me is death and rebirth. Scorpio energy is death and rebirth. It is getting to the very root and the very core of things and handling it and making it anew. It is going all the way to the end of the situation and starting a new chapter in life. It is the death and the rebirth. It is the phoenix energy of the water signs. Yeah, so purification. You guys, I've been having this headache since last night. So with that, it's just bringing like this week, we're gonna have a lot of things. I just rubbed my mouth. That's so funny. Look, because I have oil in my hair. I have oil in my hair and I only use coconut oil and olive oil. I don't use anything else in my hair. No other products at all except for like flaxseed gel. And I just washed my hair yesterday. So I have oil in my hair. I did not use any flaxseed gel yet. So it's just straight oil. So I felt like my lips was dry. So I rubbed my fingers. Look how smooth it is. I am funny. Oh my gosh, I'm funny. But look, oh my gosh, bro. I'm funny because one of the messages was to speak about what is on your mind, like what's on your mind, speaking it. All of these cups, all of these cups is trying to come out. Bro. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cup cards that literally just came out. Bro, the we're starting the week with a moon in a water sign in the fourth house. So the moon is in Scorpio, a waning gibbous moon in Scorpio in the fourth house. So waning is like because the moon was just full. We just had a full moon, right? Day before yesterday, we just had a full moon. So the energy is super intense. Scorpio energy is intense. But with the moon moving straight into Scorpio right off of a full moon, yo, with the moon moving into Scorpio right after a full moon, and then it's in Scorpio in the fourth house, it's gonna be an intense week, you guys. It's gonna be an intense week, but we're gonna come out on top at the end of the week. We're gonna come out on top as long as we are doing the work. You always receive, and you're only going to receive when you're doing the work. Excuse me. I'll be looking at myself and not exactly the camera. I have it turned sideways. I'm not used to recording sideways, so just bear with me. Okay, you guys. So yeah, the messages that I'm getting is this week, the things that are on your mind needs to be spoken about. Like they need to be spoken about. I have some blue cow side with me today too that decided they wanted to join me in this message. So this week is going to be about expressing, and not just specifically expressing, but expressing your emotions, what you are feeling. You either have been having certain things weighing heavily on your mind about your emotions. You've been thinking a lot about how you feel, or you're about to start thinking a lot about how you feel this week, and you need to express it. You need to express it. Look how these cards are blue: the throat chakra and the third eye chakra. Both are blue. Okay. We have the Ace of Cups and the Queen of Cups, which these two were on my altar space before this reading, and I pulled them out. I put them into the deck and shuffled the deck, and they came right back out. Because they were a part of this reading, and I knew it when I picked them up. But I shuffled them in the deck anyway, to be fair. And they came right back out on their own, together, at the same time. So it's about, like the Queen is gonna be very decisive about her expression and her movements. So, and we're not only, this not only for the women, this is for the men too. But okay, so personal relationships, we have something that's going on in the home. So for some of you, you're going to have, for some of you, because we also have the Lovers here, right? And we have the Tower. We have the Wheel of Fortune, the Sun, the World, Ace of Wands, Four of Wands, and Ace of Pentacles. These are the cards that we have, right? Oh, the Six of Cups and Seven of Cups. 6 and 7. So what happens this week in your emotional space, in your home, in your life, it's going to take you to the next. So the 4th house is Cancer, right? So the moon is in the 4th house, which is Cancer, and Cancer rules the home. Cancer rules the home. Cancer is also a moon sign. So for some of you, there are going to be changes in your home space, changes in your, for all of us, it's going to be changes in the home. For all of us, it's going to be changes in the core of us. Whatever is being expressed this week is going to change something within you. Whatever it is emotionally, whatever it is that's going to come up and pop up and happen, there is going to be a Tower moment. But depending on your perspective of life, your expression, how you have evolved as a person because of your experiences, the Tower doesn't have to be this big dramatic thing. Doesn't have to be this big, like, oh my God, something like crazy. Like, it doesn't have to be this big dramatic thing. But there will be a Tower moment. And if you have been doing the work, which I feel like you have because you're here, and right now, there's only a selective few of people who are actually tuning into these readings that I have started doing on this channel, you guys. So that means that you select few, y'all the ones who've been doing the work. This message is really for you. Something in this reading is really for you. So the Tower moment doesn't have to be a major event. It could just be you needing to have a certain conversation that you have been afraid to have because you don't want to cause discord in your relationship with your partner, or your family member or your friend, or just feelings that have been in you that you just haven't wanted to take the time to sit with yourself and address, but just addressing it. Whatever it is, like just addressing it, having the conversation. A lot of us be afraid to have certain conversations with people because we're afraid of how the outcome is going to come, what the outcome is going to be. Interesting, because we have Leo energy here with the Sun card, and for whatever reason, I had just thought about my sister. I've been avoiding talking to my sister because the last few conversations we had made me feel weird. And so maybe this week I may be nudged to actually have that conversation with my sister so that those things can get dealt with and we can move forward. And it doesn't have to result in there being more weirdness. Maybe I don't have to have a wall up. See how the birds are chirping? Maybe I don't have to have a wall up. Maybe I can just talk to her, express to her what it is that I thought, and there can be adjustments made on her part. Maybe that will be the spark that she needs to change her character and how she handles me. And that will affect her to where she changes how she handles others. Maybe she is just needing that to make her more aware. That's an example of what I'm saying with the Tower moment, emotions that need to be dealt with, conversations that need to be had. Those are the type of things that will be popping up this week, especially with it being in Scorpio. There's definitely going to be something that either is intense or just seems intense. I'm getting it seems intense. Right now, it seems like something that would be intense for you. Whatever it is, it seems like something that you're a little afraid to take on, or you're like a little nervous about taking on. You're a little nervous about dealing with it. But again, it's something that has been on your mind, and on your mind for a while, on your heart, and on your heart for a while, and you've been feeling it emotionally, especially if you are a water sign. Especially if you are a water sign, it's something that's been lingering in your emotional space for a long time. And a long time could be just a couple days. That's still a long time. But for some of us, it's a long time. No, I'm getting like, it's gonna be ranging. It's gonna be different things. It's always different things. It's always layered. It's gonna be different things. It's gonna be from the things that have been on you for the last couple of days to what has been on you for years that you have been trying not to think about, that you have been trying to avoid. I'm hearing someone is going to be hit at their core. That's what I'm saying, because it's in the fourth house. It's going to be in the core. It's going to be in the home. In the home doesn't just mean like, this is my house. This is my home. What's going on in my house? What's going on in my home? Like, it ranges, its layers. So it's going to be about what's going on in my house and what's going on in my home, but it's going to be about what's going on in my home, in my core, in my root. The root chakra is going to be shaken and awakened this week, okay? We're going to be going through things that are going on in our root chakra, and something in your root chakra, like, it needs to stop. It needs to come to an end, and it's going to. There's something that you've been hiding. I was going to say hiding, even though that's not the word that was in my mind. Maybe someone's been hiding something. That's what I'm saying. But that's, even if it's not intentional, either But you are intentionally choosing not to speak about how you're feeling emotionally. You're intentional. You choose whether or not you want to speak about what you're feeling mentally and emotionally. It's a choice. You don't just not. You choose to not say anything, or you choose to say something. But you have actively been choosing not to address something that you've been feeling emotionally out of the fear of how the outcome is going to come. Because it's a conversation that needs to be had with someone that you love. It is something that you have to address within yourself. So we have people who are needing to have conversations with the people that they love, which is going to be all of us anyway. But on the other hand, there's also something that has been in the root chakra that needs to come to an end. It's something that has been in the root chakra. Someone has experienced some type of trauma that they are trying so hard to ignore. I'm remembering last year. Ooh, and it's full circle moments too, right? Full circle moments too, because this might apply to someone else as well. Me sharing my experience last year. Can I say it was around this time? I don't remember what was happening last year. What did we do for my son's birthday last year? I don't remember what we did for my son's birthday last year. My son's birthday is about to come up. I went to the play and it's not even just last year. I went to the playground. Okay, I went to the playground with my kids the other day, and I've been avoiding going to the playground, and I was asking myself why while we were on our way there, because I don't take my kids to the playground anymore. And there was a point in time where I took them frequently. So I was asking myself, why don't I take them there anymore? So while I was at the playground, I was processing my emotions. What was I feeling? While was I feeling? Getting an understanding, thinking things through. So this week, you're going to be feeling emotions. You're going to be thinking them through. You're going to be very thoughtful. This week, it may seem like you're in a daze. It may seem like you may daydream a lot more this week, but you're going to be very thoughtful about things. You're going to be very attention on the details of what you're experiencing or what you have experienced. So while I was at the playground, I was processing my thoughts and my feelings. And I was remembering the first year I moved into this house, I was going through a lot. I had my baby, and we moved out of our house 2 weeks later. And from that 2 weeks, I bounced around from hotels for 6 months until I finally moved into this house. I was at odd ends, not odd ends, but I was not together with my partner. I was very closed off mentally and emotionally. I didn't want to deal with how I was feeling. I was very much depressed, and I was just running on the motions. Get up, feed my kids, feed myself, bathe each other, bathe myself, bathe the kids, like the checklist. What am I supposed to do? What am I responsible for? And that's all I want to think about. In the rest of my time, I'm drowning out my thoughts. I'm telling my kids I don't have the capacity to do anything for y'all other than my basic responsibilities. I can't play with y'all. I can't sit and talk to y'all. I was very much hurt. I was very much processing. And to keep myself above the water and to try to be the best I could for my kids, I would force myself to get up and take my kids to the playground. force myself to get up and take my kids to the playground so that they can get out of the house, so that they don't have to continue to keep sitting in the house every day, all day with me in my depression with me. Take my kids outside. And me moving in motion will help me move my emotions. But at the same time, I was fighting it because I didn't want to feel. I didn't want to think. I didn't want to feel. I didn't want to feel. It was Scorpio season, eclipse season, and I was having the roughest time because I didn't want to think and I didn't want to feel. But Scorpio pushes you and forces you to be in it. Scorpio pushes you and forces you to be in it. So I think that I'm coming up on that time frame, and that cycle, the cycle is ending. As I was at the playground and I came to that realization, because lately I've been in these moments where I'm like, wow, I'm really healed. Wow. I remember I was feeling like this and I don't feel like that anymore. Wow. I remember when my days were like this and they're not like that anymore. Wow. I really like get up and I be happy and I'm like in my house being beautiful, mystical sunflower and just having gratitude for where I am now compared to where I was then. And I'm like, wow, I'm really like coming up on this, like the end of the cycles, the end of the eras where like I'm coming to the end of these healing processes on these major emotional events that I've been through. And I'm being returned to my beautiful, solid self, my emotional. And it's funny because I was sitting last night, and I was just thinking like, wow, I'm feeling like I'm coming more into my feminine energy, like the feminine that I know I am. I am very feminine. Very feminine. Anyone who has ever read my birth chart has always said you are a divine feminine. I am very much in my feminine energy. I am very feminine. I am literally a flower. I am literally a flower. But I come off harder because I have a rising in Leo. So, but at the same time, like when I'm in my divine feminine, you can see me in my divine feminine. I have Leo energy and I also have Aries energy in certain parts. So I can be a little rough sometimes. I can come off a little rough sometimes. But I am very much flowy, delicate flower. That's my innate energy, right? So yeah, give me just a moment. But yeah, I'm coming back to my core self. So something this week is going to trigger the rest of it's this week the energy is giving, like I said, the end of a cycle, the end of something. That's what the tower is here for, because it's representing in the wheel of fortune. It's representing the end of a tough cycle, the end of something. And then we have all of the cups here. So the something is emotional. The something is emotional. We have the Four of Wands with the castle on it. Every time I see this castle, I think this is home. And then it's 4, right? Which is Cancer. 4th house, Cancer. The moon is in the 4th house. It's whatever is happening. It's happening in the home. The home is the home space and the core of self, right? So we're coming to the end of cycles in these things, right? In these things. And it's gonna be a bright, sunny, shiny day right after all of this rain. At the end of it, you're receiving. But there are major transitions that are happening in the home, and you have the power. You have the power to guide yourself and your household through it all. You have the power to guide yourself and your household through the whole event. Okay? All you have to do is just be present in it. Be present and accepting of everything that's coming to you in this week. Everything. Be present, be accepting, be gentle. It's giving you be gentle. See this stone, this crystal, it's about a part of what it does is assist in accepting the emotions. It's about helping you accept what you're feeling emotionally. I need a moment. Helping you accept what it is that you're feeling emotionally, easing that process and your flow in that, and then assisting you in expressing it in a healthy manner. So when I picked up this stone, I started burping. So that's just to indicate another indication for me that you need to be brave. We have Knight of Cups too. I don't think I showed this card yet. You need to be brave and talk about what you're feeling. You need to be brave because if they love you, they are going to be able to accept what it is that you're saying. If you love yourself, you're going to be able to accept what it is that you need to face. Pull yourself through it and come out on top of it. You love yourself, you're going to be willing to put in the work to get it done and make it happen for you. What a beautiful week this is going to be. It is a beautiful thing to feel. To be numb is to be dead. What happens when your body dies? You are no longer connected to it. You no longer feel what's happening. So take away your ability to feel. And what are you? No longer living. It is a beautiful thing to be able to feel. All of the feelings. It's a beautiful thing to be able to feel pain, to cry and shed tears. Because if you don't know pain, you don't know peace, don't know happiness, don't know love. If you don't know pain, you don't know pleasure. If you don't know heartbreak, heartache, you don't know what it's like to feel. It's unrecognizable. It's unrecognizable. You're not able to recognize peace if you've never been in chaos. It's the only way to be able to differentiate the two. Don't know that you're in chaos if you've never known peace. You don't know peace, you've never been in chaos. You don't know that this is light if you've never been in darkness. You don't know that this is darkness if you've never been in light. Have you ever sat in the darkness for so long that your eyes started to... Do you know that if you sit in the darkness long enough, your eyes will start to adjust to your environment so that you can see better? What is happening this week And your emotional space is going to change your whole perspective on life. It's going to change your perspective on life, and it's going to affect someone else and change their perspective as well. You have the power. I am a perfect being alive. I have the power to live my life. I am a perfect being alive. I have the power to live my life. That beautiful chorus song just started playing in my mind. As I was saying that, I've been talking in a lower tone during this reading. And it's like I said, it's just another confirmation that whatever it is coming from deep. You're going to start feeling things this week that have been deep inside of you. Someone has been avoiding feeling things. Look, so told y'all about the story about the playground and stuff, and where I was emotionally at that time frame. You guys, when I chose to feel, when I chose to accept that I was hurting and I needed to feel that pain and I needed to address those emotions and I needed to. You know what happened on the other end of that? On the end of my healing? I mean, I can't say the end of my healing because the healing is ending now. Now I'm coming to a space of being healed. But when I chose to start the process of healing, the doorway was opened back up to me being able to receive emotional fulfillment with the love of my existence. When I took down that wall and I chose to heal, I was able to receive emotional fulfillment, everything I ever asked for. For us, the doorway opened up for me to receive that which I desired, emotional fulfillment with the love of my existence. I was covering this card at first because, I'm naked, but you can't see any body parts. So the body parts are not present. The balance of the divine masculine and feminine energy. So relationships with others and relationships with self. This releasing this emotional. Somebody is a water sign and they're watching this. You are a water sign. It is so important for water signs and people who have water in their charts, like water heavy in their charts, to acknowledge and deal with their emotions and do it in a healthy manner. Because if you don't, you're going to drown in life. Okay? Yes, something is coming from the depths, the core. Hello, Scorpio. Like I said, the Scorpio gets all the way to the end. To the end. It has to get all the way to the end. Scorpio gets all the way to the end of the life cycle. Done. Death. And then rebirths. Full cycle. All the way to the end. We are at the end of it. And we are going to start a new beginning. Brand new day. Whatever it is, some things are happening this week. Changes are happening. And then you're going to come out on top as champion. You're receiving. Yeah. I opened myself up to receive, and now I'm receiving. Look at me. Look at where I am. This is a beautiful space to be. Alive. Not dead. Not numb. Pretending I'm not hurting. Addressing and acknowledging. Crying tears when I feel like I need to cry, whether they're happy tears or sad tears, and no matter where I am, because that's just me. I am an emotional being, and it should be okay for me to express my emotions, whatever they are, wherever I am. Because me, I'm always divinely aligned and right on time, and grateful and thankful for all that I have and all that I shall receive. I say. I'm gonna leave it there. I hope y'all have a beautiful, wonderful, magical, amazing experience. I had to come back real quick. I had to come back real quick because I had a little bit. I had a little. Make sure that your expression is graceful. Make sure you are giving yourself grace, and make sure that you are expressing yourself with authority, but grace. You know what I'm saying? We had that queen, and now we have the emperor. Queen of Cups and the emperor. With grace, you hear me? With grace. You're a beautiful, bright light unto the world. You are an influence unto others, whether you know it or not. It's all about how you handle the situations. Flow through them. That's why all of the cups, the water, emotion, flow through them. You notice how all the cups have waves at the bottom of them? Flow through like water. Be like water, my friend. You shall find a way around or through a when nothing within us stays rigid. We decide the shape we're in. Empty your mind. Be shapeless, formless, like water. We can flow or we can crash. And we decide the shape we're in and the ways we give. That's what they said. Beautiful chorus. I love them so much. I'm so happy I started listening to them again. That song is so true. That's the theme of this week. That's the theme of this week. Take things head on. Take them, like I said, with the stone, calmly, focused, smooth, easy. It's your choice of how your emotions or your thoughts are being expressed. It can flow or it can crash. We decide the waves we give. We decide the shape we're in. So it's your decision. And I'm giving this week, it is best for you to flow. Not crash. We ain't crashing out, y'all. We gotta flow. Carry yourself with grace, with dignity. Grace. Dignity. I literally got into a back and forth with a family member on Facebook, and I handled it like I didn't have to spaz out. I didn't have to turn up. I didn't have to be super overly disrespectful. I just said what I said, made my point, let her help me make my point for me. Like, it wasn't all over the place. I didn't have to say little petty, I didn't have to get down and dirty and derogatory. I didn't have to, I just simply came in with my grace, with my poise, with my wisdom, with my like crown on. Said what I said, expressed myself, still handled her with love and respect for the most part. And that was that. I wasn't over here losing my mind, all turned up. Oh, I'm ready to, ooh. It ain't gotta be all that. You don't gotta be like that. You don't have to be all of them. It could just be, I simply just don't agree with you. And it is what it is. You express your opinion. You have a right to express your opinion. I express mine because I too have a right to express my opinion. We share different viewpoints, and that's okay. We both had the opportunity to express our viewpoints, and now I'm moving forward. Simple. We decide the ways we go. Flow and we can crash. I'm choosing to continue to be in my light, to continue to be in my grace with my crown on. I am passing my own judgment on myself. I'm going to move the way I approve. Move the way I approve. I'm going to move the way I approve. I'm going to carry myself with my composure. I'm going to carry myself the way I see myself to be. The person that I see when I look in the mirror, I'm going to continue to carry myself in that. In my greatness, in my power, because I know who I am. No one else gets to tell me who I am because I know myself. And I know I am this person who wears the crown, who carries herself gracefully, who expresses herself gracefully, and is perfect in my own judgment. Perfect in my own vision, in my own eyes. When I see myself in the mirror, I see myself in love, respect, and honor. I love, I respect, and I honor me, who I am. And I carry myself and I express myself as such. And I allow no one else's judgment to affect that. I'm moving my grace and my dignity, my honor and my respect for self and life. What a beautiful thing it is to feel. To feel is to know you're alive. To feel is to be alive. To be numb is to be dead. And I swear I just dropped this Emperor card right back on top of the Empress. No, it was the star, but the Empress popped out as I was putting the star card in. So we have the Emperor and the Empress. We have the balance. Oh, and then Temperance pop out. As literally as I'm saying this, Temperance. Temperance pops up as I'm saying this, right? The balance of the divine masculine and the divine feminine. You are balancing, I'm hearing you're balancing your crown and your root. You are balancing yourself. This is really for the real ones, because this is at the end of the video. You had to come back for this part. Not come back, but you had to stick around for it, right? Balancing the chakras. You are balancing yourself, your head and your crown and your roots are coming into balance. So remember, we had the Ace of Pentacles at the end of the week. Feel your emotions, let them flow gracefully. Be graceful, give yourself grace. When you're passing judgment on yourself, let it be a judgment of love. Even if you're saying, even if you're coming from a perspective of, there are things that I have been doing, that I have been allowing, that I need to change, and I can't believe that I've been in that. I can't believe that I've been in this space, in this place of depression. I can't believe that I've been letting myself walk around looking like this, feeling like this, being in this mess of a life, of a house, of a space, of an appearance. Even if you're coming from that perspective, give yourself grace. Because there's obviously things that you needed to heal, that you're healing. And like I said, for some of us, we're coming up on the end of cycles of things, of where like I said, I was there and I'm not there anymore. Like I was there, and now where I am now, I'm looking at the space of like, wow, which reminds me, messages to self. I was where I was, and now I am where I am. You get me? Like I was where I was, and now I am where I am. Now I'm in a better place in the space, mentally, physically, emotionally. I'm in a better place in space. I am in my healed. And I will not judge myself for where I was, because I know where I was in a place, in a space of hurt. Where I was in a place, in a space of fighting for my healing. So I don't judge myself. I give myself grace. And I'm going to continue to move with grace. No matter what happens, you have to find your own peace in the middle of the chaos. And then expand it, so that you're only surrounded with peace. The peace pushes out the chaos when you expand it. But you have to find your own peace. You have to be in your peace as you're moving throughout. You have to be unfazed by the things that are changing, because major things are changing. Like I said, and then we have the moon. So we have the sun and the moon. I'm telling you, the masculine and the feminine energy coming into balance. And everyone has masculine and feminine energy within them. Like I said, the crown chakra and the root chakra, your being is coming into balance. Your being is coming into balance. The sun and the moon. The projection of self, the representation of self, and the inner. The outside and the inside. The projection, the reflection of self, and what is inside of self. So we have the house and the home. Are you getting me? Are you understanding? Is it clicking? Coming into balance and harmony. So move through these emotional events gracefully. It's not the end of the world. It's just the end of the world that you knew. The sun is coming out. Bright and shiny new day. After that comes the sun. Anything. Yeah. The inside and the outside. Somebody, I know I am. I see a butterfly. Is the Pentacles is at the end of this week, I'm telling you. The Ace of Pentacles is at the end of this week. And Pentacles is not only about money, it's about succession. It's about, what's the P word? Prosperity. It's your happiness, your joy. Because we have the Ace of Cups as well. We have the Ace of Cups and we have the Ace of Pentacles. about your happiness, your joy, your fulfillment. You're going to feel so much more fulfilled at the end of this week once you're done dealing with whatever emotional that needs to be dealt with. And you're going to shine with the star and the sun. You're going to shine so brightly, so beautifully magnificent. All you have to do, have faith in yourself, have faith in your creator, have faith in love, have faith that that joy, that ace of cups and ace of pentacles is at the end of this week, because it is. Everything that's being taken away is what's supposed to be taken away. Everything that's being moved out is what's supposed to be moved out. It's going to be deep things. Deep. I'm telling y'all, it's going to be very deep. And it's going to feel intense, because it's going to be things that you really care about, even if you didn't realize you cared so much. There'll be things that you really care about, things that you really feel like at some point you're going to feel like you got punched in the gut, honey, hard. But you're going to come out. It's all for the good of you. Like, it's all for making you more balanced. It's all for the harmonization of you and your reality. I'm also getting, you need to balance your perspective on your dreaming and your reality. Life could be a dream. That song came up, life could be a dream. Because life could be a dream. We create our own realities based off of what we believe. What is it that you believe about your life? Your life is the way it is because you believe that you have no power to change it. And we had the Ace of Wands, which is creator energy, right? You have the power. I have the power to live my life. Listen, you have the power to create whatever it is that you desire. It's all about you believing that it's possible and having faith and understanding. See, I feel like understanding goes beyond faith. I feel like I'm coming out of my faith phase and being solidified in my understanding, because I understand that this is it already is. I don't have to ask for it anymore. I already asked for it. Asking, you shall receive. I asked for it. It already is. I'm going to receive it. I understand it. I no longer believe it. I no longer have faith that it's going to happen. I understand that it is. I created it when I asked for it. I created it when it appeared in my mind. My dream became my reality. When I said I wanted a home, I wanted a place I could feel comfortable enough to settle in for a couple years and heal and transform and do whatever I needed to do to evolve my life. And I knew it wasn't there in America. And I came into the understanding that it was beyond America. It was in a whole other country. It was in Mexico. I was provided the opportunity, and I took it. And yes, it was chaotic. And yes, it was crazy. But look at where I am. Look at me now. I'm stronger. Look at me now. I'm wiser. Look at me now. I'm better. Look at me now. Look at me now. Remember when I lost it all? I was stressed out and fighting depression. Have my back up against the wall. Feeling left out from rejection. Then you taught me a lesson. All the pain was a blessing. You said what, baby? The colors? Okay. Okay. Hold on. Let me finish this one, okay? I made it out. Look at me now. Yeah. The love I have for you will never go away. You want it, want it, want it. I just want to take the time to testify about my life. I was down to nothing and he came through in a nick of time. All of that pain was a blessing. I feel renewed. I got the juice. So look at me now. I'm stronger. Look at me now. I'm wiser. Look at me now. I'm better. Look at me now. Look at me now. Yeah. That's how you gonna be at the end of the week. That's how we gonna be at the end of the week. We gonna be singing. Look at me now. Because I went through all of that. And now look at me. I'm in such a more beautiful place. Look at me now. My life is so beautiful. It may not be everything exactly what I want. Because of course I want my partner here with me every day. Of course, I am so ready to go on to another adventure. I'm ready to continue to create new life. I am ready for so many beautiful things, which are not exactly currently present, but they are present. Because like I said, they already are. It already is what it is. I am on the path to it. I am taking the steps, walking forward. I am in it. I am in it. There is no true past. Well, yes, there is a past, but once it becomes the past, it is gone. We can never have it back. There's no true future because once you get to the future, you are in the now. There is really only true now. What am I doing right now? What can I do right now? What are the steps that I'm taking right now? Because what I'm doing right now creates my new now. Make your next step your best step, okay? Because my next step is the step that takes me more forward into my now. Right? Okay. Balloons? Okay. I am going to wrap it up here for real this time. All right, y'all. Y'all have beautiful, wonderful, magical, amazing experience. Thank you so much for watching these.